Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi zidni ilma. In this video, I'll be sharing with you about the rules of numbers 11 to 20. So first of all, to know the rules, you will need to know the numbers from 11 to 20. So as you all know, in Arabic, there is a classification between masculine and feminine. So now I'll show you a picture where I've written the numbers 11 to 20 in the masculine and the feminine form. So the number one rule is that the numbers 11 to 20 have two parts, and those two parts are, for example, if you want to say 11, it is ahada ashara. So here you see ahada is one part, ashara is another part. So and therefore you have it till 19. But for 20 you have only one, that is ishrun, as you know. And so we'll ignore that 20 for now. Now we'll concentrate only from 11 to 19. Now let's assume that numbers 11 or 12 are in one group. And then you have numbers 13 to 19 in another group. Now we'll look at the first group, that is 11 and 12. So the rule here is that numbers 11 and 12 have two parts, and for example, if you want to tell 11 students in masculine form, this is just an example. You can say ahada ashara taliban. So here you see taliban is in the masculine form, and you see ahada ashara are both. So these two parts are in the masculine form. Let me give you another example. In case you want to tell 11 students in the feminine form, then you need to tell ihda asharata talibatan. So here you see ihda asharata. Both these are in the feminine form, and talibatan, the noun, is also in the feminine form. So here we can say that both the parts in numbers 11 and 12 will agree with the gender. Now let me give you another example for better understanding. In case you want to tell 12 male students, you need to tell ithna ashara taliban, which means 12 male students. So here you can see taliban is in the masculine form, and you see ithna is also in the masculine form, ashara is also in the masculine form. So here we come to a conclusion that both the parts in the numbers 11 and 12 will agree with the gender of the noun. So moving on to our second group, that is 13 to 19, what will happen is that the first part will not agree with the gender, okay, whereas the second part will agree with the gender. For example, if you want to tell 13 male students, then you say thalathata ashara taliban. So here you see taliban is in the masculine form, but you see thalathata is in the feminine form. This is the first part, okay? So thalathata is the first part, and so it is in the feminine form. So always the first part for numbers 13 to 19 will act to the opposite, okay? And here you see thalathata ashara taliban. Ashara agrees because it is in the second place. So let me give you another example. For example, if you want to tell 15 male students, you need to say khamsata ashara taliban. So here khamsata is in the feminine form, okay, and this is the first part. Then you have ashara, which is in the masculine form because it agrees with the gender of the noun. So here therefore we can put a stand that for numbers 13 to 19, the first part will not agree, whereas the second part will agree with the gender of the noun. Let's move on to our second rule. The second rule is that from numbers 11 to 19, okay, here we don't have any groups. From numbers 11 to 19, the noun following will be in the singular form. So here you see ahada ashara taliban, 11 male students. Here you see taliban. In Arabic, it is known as ishrun. So the rule here is that the following nouns can be masculine or feminine. So this number will agree with both masculine and feminine. So for this number it will also be in the singular mansoob form. For example, if you want to tell 20 students, then you need to tell 20 طالبا. So here you see Taliban is in the singular and in the mansoob form. So here I hope you understand. Now let's have a short recap. So we divided our numbers into two categories. That is numbers 11 and 12 in one category and numbers 13 to 19 in one category. So number 11 and 12 for this category, the first and the second part will agree with the noun. And I also gave you various examples. And for numbers 13 to 19, the first part will not agree, whereas the second part will agree with the gender of the noun. And for number 20, as you all know, it is known as Ishrun, and it will agree with any gender. And so, something really common about all these numbers, that is 11 to 20, is the following noun will be in the singular mansoob form. And mansoob, as you all know, it will end with fatha or fathatain. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. So before ending this video, I would like to give you some examples so that you can be much more clear with the topic. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. This is Hiba signing off from you. Until I meet you in my next video, may Allah bless you all.